We see that, whether the person who's coming for interview, the candidate, is having a positive attitude. That is very, very important. When we are taking fresher, we are with this understanding that yes, if I'm taking a fresher, this person will learn fast. It's not only about the technical skills, but it is about what kind of person this is.
Chilling good morning to all of you. So welcome to the MITCON Skill Pod on interview process. We are a training company of legacy of 42 years. So we train more than 25,000 students per year into data science, AI, data analytics, digital marketing, GIS. And from that perspective, we have Ms. Reetu Gaur, Head HR of MITCON Consultancy and Engineering Services Limited, to discuss these points on how a fresher can deal with the interview process, how he can be successful in his interview. Ma'am, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the MITCON Skill Pod. So we can discuss how a student can face an interview, how he can deal with the pressure, everything.
Yeah. Sure.
You can please introduce yourself.
So thanks, Ketan, for inviting me today for this discussion. So I have actually around more than 15 years of experience in corporate HR. So I have experience in various industries like IT industry, service industry, including hotel. I have experience in a manufacturing company. And finally, right now, I'm obviously in a consultancy firm. So yes, I have a good number of years of experience, but every day is a learning process. So
Right, rightly said.
Yes.
Okay, so from that perspective, my first question would be, what are the basic preparation a fresher student can prepare himself while coming for an interview?
Okay, yeah, very good question to start with, because freshers are always so confused. So I think the first thing that in the preparation list, which comes first and foremost, is the resume, obviously.
Right.
The CV which is there, which we have to encourage the fresher to really make it very comprehensive kind of resume. Although they don't have experience, but they can include all their internships, their activities that they have done in the college. So that gives an insight of to the HR person that how this person is a collaborative person, is a team building person, so a fast learner, good attitude person. So this all gives a reflection. The resume gives the reflection of all of that.
So rightly said, key student is a fresher, but he can show his skills, his internships, his certifications, everything.
Yes.
As a fresher he can
Correct.
say. So my next question would be, what role soft skill play while an interview?
Ketan rightly said soft skill is very important. Obviously, when a student, a fresher, is going for an interview, the technical skills are very important. They have to understand, they have to know about their own field. But that is only a part of it. I would say that is 30% out of the 100%. 60% or 70%, they have to be really good in expressing themselves. So that is actually what is called as soft skill. And I think the first and foremost thing in soft skill is how the person makes the first impression. So the moment he opens the door and the moment he walks into the cabin where the interviewer is sitting,
yes,
he makes the first impression.
So how confident
and that is
he?
Yes, how confident he is. And that only comes by a slight smile on his face. When the HR person sees that person entering is smiling, that that makes the whole ambience very elevated.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that is the first basic skill that the fresher should be made aware of, in the colleges, and the parents also should make them learn that smile is the best attire that a person can wear. And of course, there are a lot of other things. The fresher interviewee should actually go through the company website and before coming for the interview should understand so that he is more confident. This actually reflects on his soft skill, which is nothing but confidence. So the confidence boosts up. He knows certain things about the company before he actually is coming to the company.
Right. So confidence is the major role plays in the interview.
And that reflects in each and every talk, in each and every discussion, each and every answer that the person is giving reflects. The confidence is shown in each of his talks.
Ma'am, rightly you mentioned about the attire while we were discussing. So what is the attire a candidate should wear?
So again,
For a male and for a female.
yes, I think that also plays a very, very crucial role in interview. So, in fact, being in HR, I've seen many students, many candidates actually, who come for interview in very nice t-shirt and probably would have been the most costliest t-shirt or most fanciest t-shirt they would have in their wardrobe. But that doesn't go well with in this forum, in the interviews. So the person has to really be very careful about choosing his attire. It has to be completely formal. Because when you wear the formal attire, you actually giving a message that yes, this forum is very important for me and I'm giving a good importance to this forum, when I'm coming for interview. So coming in casual will actually give a casual attitude, portray a casual attitude. So it's important. And more so for the freshers, because for freshers, this is the first company they would be working for. And if they give this kind of casual look, then the person is the interviewer is actually dejected, and he says in his mind he switches off that no, this I don't want. So I think coming in formal attire is very important for men. Light color shirt and dark color trouser is very important.
I was coming to that point.
Yes, well tucked in shirt.
Right.
I think some people have this habit of first, second, third button open. So this should not be a habit.
Right.
When you come for an interview. For girls, it should be nice, very sober kind of attire. It can be salwar kameez, Indian formals. It can be skirt and blouse. But it has to, again, not be very flashy. It has to be very sober and simple. Regarding makeup and all, yes, girls like to do makeup, do some, facial makeover, touch-ups and all that. So I think that is very, very fine. That is definitely goes very well. But yes, they have to be very careful about really not overdoing the things. They have to, that should be minimalistic.
Right.
Yeah.
So my next question would be, what is the HR perspective for hiring a candidate? So what he thinks, what are the qualities HR looks in a candidate? Yeah.
Before the interview itself, like when we have the requirement, so we have to understand where, what is the profile of this person, what is the work role of this person, where he'll be sitting, what he'll be doing exactly. So this is the understanding that we go with before we take an interview as an HR person, I'm saying. So we see that whether the person who's coming for interview, the candidate, is having a positive attitude. That is very, very important. So while discussing also, we try to find out that whether this person is confident, whether this person can work in teams, whether this person can also work in isolation. If suppose some task is given individually, whether this person can handle, whether this person is a fast learner. So all these capabilities we try to estimate, like find out during the interview.
Right.
So these are the qualities we look for. For the HR interview which happens is more, as I told you before also, is more on the skills, the soft skills, the attitude, behavior of the candidate. It's not only about the technical skills, but it is about what kind of person this is. Whether this person is going to fit in the culture of my organization.
Right.
So that is with that mindset, with that perspective, we are trying to identify. So very important, I think, is whether the person is fast learner. I think it is very important for the colleges, the institute, because these people don't have experience. But when we are taking them, when we are taking fresher, we are with this understanding that yes, if I'm taking a fresher, this person will learn fast. Say around in 6 months, he can
perform.
Foster him to take up this important role. So with that mindset, we interview the person.
Right. Yeah. This is very good. So as a fresher or experienced people, when it comes to an interview, so there is a little pressure game.
Yeah, nervousness.
So how to deal with that?
So I think, very, very good question, and I think it happens with anybody. Like it happens, fresher hone do, it could be with 10 years of experience, with 20 years of experience.
I too feel pressure while.
Yeah. So I think it is very important that before interview, as I said in the beginning only, I told you that it's very important that we go through the website of the company where we are going for interview.
Very true.
When we go through that, when we understand the business of the company, we are very confident. So, and when we walk into the room, as I told you, have a light smile. That will use out all your nervousness. That will take away all your nervousness, and you will automatically start feeling confident. student. So this kind of pressure, this stress which is there, which we call nervousness, stress, pressure, I think it goes away when you are prepared.
Yes.
So we must do homework before coming for interview. Homework is very, very important, which includes this going through the website, preparing oneself for all the questions which can come for technical as well as the communication, the HR round, whichever question might come. Now we have so many different portals, we have so much help because of the AI.
Yes.
So we know like what all questions can be asked. Even the interviewer might be referring to all these set of questions. So it's better that we prepare. And preparation, I think, is very, for students especially, I think it is very important that they practice in front of the mirror.
Very true.
So
this should be the key point.
Yes. So practicing in front of the mirror is very important. And this is the homework that one should do to take away. I mean, then the person is definitely not going to feel any kind of nervousness, pressure, stress, anything.
My last question would be a follow-up mechanism. How a candidate should do follow-up? Everything is done. Interview is done. He get the answer. He gives the answer.
Right.
HR is very confident. Like he's satisfied. So after interview, what would be the follow-up mechanism from candidate? How he should take a follow-up of that interview?
Okay. Yeah. So I think the key should be less is more. Okay. So I think it is not a good idea, first of all, to keep following up when the interview is over and when the candidate is leaving. So I think he should ask the interviewer that when can I expect your call or can I follow up?
Yes.
So that will be a good idea. And after, obviously, after that is done, after the candidate is gone to his house and everything is done. So I think in a day, within 24 hours, a thank you note would be a good idea for thanking the interviewer for spending his precious time or valuable time, you could say. So that gives an impression that yes, this person is thinking about the interview. This person has some kind of gratitude for the interviewer. So I think this is a very good idea. And then if suppose in a week's time he doesn't get any reply or any response, he can follow up after a week. So that would be good. Not keep following up, calling up,
Okay, so he can send emails, he can just drop a call, or email, he can drop in the office also.
A small call would also work good.
Oh, great. So it was really a great discussion. So to summarize this discussion, so the fresher candidate should be very confident. His attire should be neat and clean.
Yes.
His dressing sense, his walking posture, his sitting posture should be very good. And the way he speaks, communication skills, soft skills plays a very important role in this hiring process. So, ma'am, thank you very much for this discussion, for the podcast. It was really great insights for us also to learn from this.
Thank you so much for having me. It was great pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.